Atomic Habits by James Clear is a groundbreaking book that delves into the science and psychology behind habit formation and change. It teaches that success doesn't come from making massive changes, but from making small, consistent improvements over time. These incremental habits compound to create remarkable results, similar to the effects of compound interest. The core philosophy Clear emphasizes that real change comes from the compounding effect of small daily habits. A 1% improvement every day may seem trivial, but over time it can lead to significant transformation. Conversely, small bad habits can accumulate and lead to negative outcomes. The 4 laws of behavior change. Clear introduces a 4-step framework for creating good habits and breaking bad ones. Each law is essential for understanding and modifying behavior. Make it obvious. Q. Explanation. To establish a habit, the first step is recognizing the cues that trigger the behavior. If you want to build a habit, make the cue visible. Practical example. If you want to read more, leave a book on your bed as a cue to read before sleeping. Implementation strategy. Habit stacking is a powerful technique where you pair a new habit with an existing one. For instance, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 1 minute. Make it attractive. Craving. Explanation. You need to make your new habit appealing to engage in it consistently. The more attractive a habit, the more likely you are to follow through. Practical example. Pair an enjoyable activity with your habit, such as listening to your favorite podcast while exercising. Social influence. Surrounding yourself with people who have the habits you want to adopt can make those habits more desirable. Make it easy. Response. Explanation. Reduce the friction involved in performing your habit to make it easier to follow through. The simpler a habit, the more likely it will become automatic. Practical example. Lay out your workout clothes the night before to make going to the gym easier. 2-minute rule. Start with habits that take 2 minutes or less to complete. This makes the habit so simple that it's hard to say no. For instance, if you want to write more, start by writing 1 sentence each day. Make it satisfying. Reward. Explanation. The reward solidifies the habit by creating a positive feedback loop. A habit must feel rewarding to stick. Practical example. Use a habit tracker to visually mark your progress and create a sense of satisfaction. Immediate gratification. Add immediate rewards to reinforce good behavior, such as enjoying a cup of tea after completing a study session. The habit loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. Clear explains that habits operate on a loop that includes 4 stages. Cue, the trigger that initiates the behavior. Craving, the motivational force behind the habit. Response, the action taken to fulfill the craving. Reward, the benefit gained from the action, reinforcing the habit loop. Understanding this loop helps you design habits that are more likely to stick and break down those you want to eliminate. Why environment matters. Clear stresses that environment plays a crucial role in habit formation. Designing your environment to promote positive cues and reduce negative ones can be a game changer. Example, if you want to drink more water, place water bottles around your home and workspace. Habit visibility. Make the cues of good habits more obvious and the cues of bad habits more hidden. Systems over goals. One of Clear's standout arguments is that focusing on systems, not just goals, leads to success. Goals provide direction, but systems create the path to reach those goals. Example, instead of setting a goal to write a book, create a system of writing for 30 minutes each day. This process-oriented approach leads to greater consistency and long-term success. The importance of identity-based habits. Clear highlights that the most effective way to change your habits is to focus on who you wish to become, not just what you want to achieve. Example, instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," say, "I am a runner." Shifting your identity makes habits a natural part of who you are. Building identity. Every small action taken toward your goal is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Breaking bad habits. To break bad habits, Clear advises inverting the 4 laws. Make it invisible. Cue. Remove the cues that trigger the bad habit. Example. If you want to reduce screen time, place your phone in another room while working. Make it unattractive. Craving. Reframe your mindset to see the disadvantages of the bad habit. Example. Focus on how staying up late affects your productivity and health. Make it difficult. Response. Increase friction to make the habit harder to complete. Example. Delete social media apps from your phone to make accessing them more cumbersome. Make it unsatisfying. Reward. Add consequences that discourage the behavior. Example. Partner with someone who holds you accountable, so failing to stick to your commitment results in a consequence. Advanced tactics for habit mastery. The Goldilocks rule. Stay within the optimal zone of difficulty. Tasks that are not too easy or too hard. To maintain motivation. Habit tracking. Visual trackers can make progress satisfying and keep motivation high. Accountability partners. Sharing your goals with someone who can hold you accountable adds pressure to stick to habits. Practical steps to get started. Identify your habits. List current habits and categorize them as good, bad, or neutral. Use the 4 laws. Apply the framework to build good habits and break bad ones. Focus on repetition, not perfection. Habits are formed through repetition, not one-time efforts. Be patient. Change takes time. The compounding effect of habits means that results may not be immediately visible, but persistence pays off in the long run. Conclusion: Atomic Habits teaches that change doesn't come from grand gestures, but from the accumulation of small habits over time. By following Clear's 4 laws of behavior change, focusing on systems, and designing your environment, you can build good habits, break bad ones, and achieve long-lasting improvement in any area of your life.